Ha! Gotcha. I only let my left weapon stick out of the wall. Yeah, I know, guys. If I look around the corner, I know I can see them first. What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni, and welcome to the DocTrain. You can see right here displayed who came up with this name, guys. I'm not sure if this is the first time anyone has ever said that, but that's the first time I saw it, and I love the name because it really is very fitting. It's the DocTrain, yes. So it's a viewer request, ladies and gentlemen. We're using the Doc with 4 times Shocktrain, level 12 Mark II. So the highest damage output you can have on the Doc, of course, on a Doc, right? That means you can only fire 2 at a time, then you have to switch. It also means that you don't have a shield, you can't dash, so you can still be taken out, but you do have the potential to be really, really annoying and powerful with this thing. So let's see what we can do with this. We have many dash spots on the enemy side and whatnot, so it's still going to be interesting. Lancelot's obviously not going to take all too much damage from the Shocktrain, and you have to be very afraid of, you know, incoming rocket fire from death buttons or whatever. So staying at max range with this DocTrain is actually very useful here. So yeah, this is what I'm trying to do now. That Hayashi has already gotten 2 or 3 of these shots really well in there, but of course I'm not gonna get him every time because he has the ability to be behind cover really quickly. Sometimes you just don't expect that. This Lancelot, boom, boom, lost 40% health from these 2 shots because he was pointing the other way, and now he's mad. He's firing in our direction now. Something that keeps popping up in, like, I keep noticing that the Doc has 2 different stances of weapons. One where the weapons are above him, like now, and the other switch where the weapons are slower, much lower and more to the sides. And I hate the stance where the weapons are lower and to the side because I keep firing into walls right in front of me. Unlike other bots, for example, that shoot from very high above, like the Lancelot, for example, the Doc in the stance we're running it right now has a very low angle on firing, and so it happens constantly that you shoot into, I don't know, some kind of thing that is between you and your enemy, while the enemy is well able to hit you back. And that's something that keeps happening, and it drives me nuts, but I still love it, and I still want to use the Doc. I think the Doc is an incredibly fun bot to play, and it's very well balanced itself. You only have 2 weapons at the same time. You basically have to level 4 weapons for it, right? Although you can only use 2 all at the same time and have to switch. It doesn't have insane amounts of health. It's good mobile, right? The mobility is really good on the Doc, and overall you can brawl with it, but you don't have advantages like shields or dashes or jumps, right? So you have to be very careful in which encounter you go and which encounter you rather not take. And yeah, I'm trying to make the best out of what I'm doing here. The Shocktrain, I want to use it, and I want to keep the DocTrain going as long as we can. So that Griffin right there took quite a big hit there before he went into cover, and we have Mastered ED on the other side. Oh, Master E, Mastered. Okay, now I get it. Good name. And he's in cover. Can't really do much. And I think to the right is a Lancelot coming with an Ansel shield and the Tyrants. Is it right? Yup, there he is. The same clan. No, it's a different clan. TR clan. It's gonna be a problem for me to get rid of that. I have to shoot around 3 or 4 times into the frontal shield of an Lancelot to get rid of that shield. But thankfully he's busy firing at somebody else, and I was able to bypass the physical shield right here. And he spawned again in a Carnage. Oh, I was worried it might be a Hayashi, but it's a Carnage. Boom! There goes the first one. Boom! There goes the second one, and there he is. Gone. Wow, so that was one Doc used for the entirety of this match pretty much. Let's see how much damage we have done. 1,400,000 damage if we round it up. That's a lot of damage, my friends, for a Doc to do. I think I have been using another bot before that, but only, let's say, maybe 200,000 damage done with the other bot. So at least 1 million, maybe 1,200,000 was what we have done with this Shocktrain before. And what I really like about the DocTrain is that you can actually also punish Hayashis with it. And you know how much problems Hayashis do to me, do me here in this game. And I can finally be dangerous to them. Sam! And look at the Hayashi now. It has once again lost quite a bit of health. Let's see how much it was exactly. Look, go back. Okay. Hold on. Where is the moment where I shoot on the Hayashi? Here. Okay, this is how much health he had after I was done firing at him. Then I fired, so it was slightly below 50%. Then I fired at the Griffin, and his health now is at around 23-25%. So he's taken quite a good amount of damage from the chain reaction to the Hayashi from the Griffin there. And yeah, like I said, guys, I'm really a big fan of being dangerous to Hayashis. If I can somehow be an end boss to an Hayashi, then I'm really happy with this. So, and if it is by using a bot that's not Hayashi or Inquisitor, then I'm even more so happy. So let's take out this guy. Boom! Boom! I caught him right in the right moment. He was looking in the other direction for a split second. That's when I engaged him. And I'm not sure if you're aware of this, guys. If you kill somebody who fired rockets at you, Orkans, for example, if you kill this guy, usually all his Orkan rockets disappear in mid-air. They're just gone and will not hit you anymore. And that's what saved me from taking a whole bunch of additional damage. I got rid of him, I killed his bot in these 2 quick shots, and then all the rockets were on the way to me. They wouldn't come through to me anymore. And that was a really good thing for me there. Still going here, still doing damage, but we are attacked from the left side now, and it's either now or never. I have to do a bit of damage before I die, and that was the best I could do. I also, if you took a look back here, I chained over to the other Griffin around the corner. Phew! Phew! So it really was a really good situation, and both Griffins are now pretty much destroyed. It was a good way to end the life of my DocTrain. And here I'm getting the chain reaction from something. Oh, I remember. This is the footage where I have a one-on-one versus a Bulgazari. We have a Bulgazari here on the other side. He dashed away before my second shot hit him. So right now, he is in the lead. His bot has more health itself already, and he can dash. But I make him miss his shot here for a second, and somehow, I don't know why, he's not turning in his physical shield. And because of that, I'm allowed to actually hit him. If he would turn in his physical shield... Oh, now we have an Atlas. We have a Spec Ops Griffin firing at us, I think, with aphids. So I'm walking away out of his range, or hoping to get out of his range. Oh, he faked me here, and I still get aphid damage. Come on, man, I'm having a one-on-one with that Bulgazari here, dude. Stop it. Slightly out of range here, and now we're gunning in. He's coming. Here he is. Boom. 1, boom. 2. I got him twice. Now we're both, I think, dead. Like, we're both at 0 health. And I think I stood quite well up against that Bulgazari right there. But we have to also stress that this guy was not really playing the Bulgazari the way you should be. Which is holding the shield up to the front against any kind of energy damage or plasma damage, right? That Galahad really should have come around the corner holding his shield up, because he just lost like 70% health to my 2 Shocktrain shots. Boom, switch, boom. Boom, switch, boom. Boom, switch, boom. That's what my DocTrain does, yes. I think that might actually be the same guy here, walking around the corner, getting 50% damage into that Griffin. And that's where the power of the Shocktrain comes in, with the range. And that's why I'm still thinking that maybe the range of the oh, here he is again. He switched sides, coming from the other side now, and he finds me again. Oh man, sorry dude. It hurts me almost because it's a Griffin, a silver bot, and it kind of feels weird and wrong to do that to him. But yeah, so what I was gonna say, guys, I think it would be good if the Shocktrain would lose some range, 500 meters range, with a lock-on of 600 meters already. It's just, I think it's too much of an advantage, and that's especially, you can also use these weapons on these dash bots, Bulgazari, Hayashi, right? And that's when it gets really insane. And I think if this weapon loses range, let's say it goes to 350, then of course, you know, it would take away a bit of what made the weapon attractive in the first place, but at the same time, you have to at least expose yourself to do this much damage, right? You have to go in a closer range and take some risks. And I think that's something that would fit well to the Shocktrain, and it wouldn't make it too weak. I think it would still be an incredibly powerful weapon, because the damage output, as you see, is quite high on it, very high. And the reload is very high too, very fast, I mean. So maybe the way to, because it is a weapon that is being, you know, yelled around as being absolutely overpowered, rightfully so. And my take on this, if you guys want to hear my feedback, I would say either increase the reload time, like the charge up time, by at least twice as long as it is right now, or reduce some range. Those are my tips on how to make this weapon more in line with other weapons. It would still be more powerful, to be honest, but you know, at least not that much. All right, we're still going here. I'm trying, like, as you see here, I'm trying to stay alive, and thanks to the range, that's something you can do very well with Shocktrain currently. If it had lower range, it would be much harder for me to stay alive for such a long time in the battle, right? Because I have to take more risks getting in range to fire my weapons. Whoa, that's quite loud, the music right now. I'm sorry, guys. Hopefully you can still hear me. I think you can. I'm running some different music playlists right now. I made it a little bit quieter now. So, yeah, still we're capturing a beacon. We're back with 49,000 health, right? We're still doing our job here, and it seems like we're winning this quite well. Our team is in the lead when it comes to beacon points quite well. And wow, that Lancelot, man, he had already lost his Ansel shield, his physical shield, and that's why I was able to take damage into him. Here's something I don't understand. Once again we're running the dock with the weapons down now, right? It's the less favorable setup right now, where the weapons aren't on top. And look, I have him here perfectly in line of sight. There's nothing blocking the shot, right? It's perfectly no shot is being blocked by anything, and yet he's only taking one hit. I don't know why, but only one of my 2 shots just went through. Here comes the other 2 shots, you will see the difference. Boom! Twice as much damage done as we did with the first shot. Sometimes I'm not quite sure what causes some glitches or some weapons not hitting. But usually the Shocktrain does not have the problematic that some shots pass through your enemy. That's something that Tyrants and Redeemer usually have. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can explain to me what the heck happened there. I don't know. If you have a thought, just leave it down in the comments, please. We're running here a video that comes up as a separate video too. I just leave it in here because I want to show you the full end screen result of this match, and also prove to you what we have done in between, so you see how much damage the Shocktrain the DocTrain has actually done. And yeah, like I said, this is gonna become a separate video here because I think the Carnage with 2 embers is a monster. I need to find a really good name for it. The Emberage. I don't know. We need to find something amazing for it, like DocTrain, because this thing is going to be something very popular. You have a shield, an all-time shield. You have an incredible amount of firepower. You're mobile and fast, and you can bypass any defense. Which once again is it's questionable if that's the right thing to do, but still it is what it is right now, and that's what makes this Carnage an incredibly dangerous thing, especially to everything Lancelot based. Lancelots hate this Carnage because it just destroys them, and no matter what their setup is. Oh, I've already taken damage. Look at this. I just spawned here and there was a Zeus Carnage already firing at me. And right now I'm actually dealing quite a good amount of damage to that Griffin at long range with my Gust Storm Griffin, which by the way I'm also trying to make a video of. Keep in mind, I'm saying trying because it's incredibly difficult to gather good footage with it, because usually the lifespan of a Storm Gust Griffin is around 10 seconds. That's the lifespan of a Griffin with Gust and Storm, because you have to get close. What we see here happening is what happens normally with the Griffin and Gust. You jump at someone, you cannot jump sideways because you have to get close, you have to jump directly in his face, and you get killed in the process normally. And you usually don't survive longer than 10 seconds after the moment you jump to try to get in close. And that's why it's so hard to gather a 10-15 minute long video footage for me to show you the power of the non-existing power of the of the Storm Gust Griffin. It's a terrible setup, guys. It can work if you somehow get unnoticed behind enemies, but when is that ever happening, right? So I don't know. It's a very bad, for me it works very bad, this setup. We're still making some good use out of it here. I'm staying alive behind the corner with 2,400 health, draining shields left and right, even destroying the physical shield of that other Lancelot, even doing some additional damage. Now taking down the full Ansel shield of that Lancelot to the left. And yeah, still we're still kicking it here with that little bit of health, but now we're gone. So, last but not least, we jump into another bot that, like I said, I want to show you the full end screen for this match, even though it's no longer DocTrain right now. But I can show you the damage output. By the way, this is an incredibly close round. I was trying so hard to win it, but it was so close. And despite my best efforts, we were just by an inch unable to make a victory out of this one. But, you know, those matches are the best ones when it gets really close. Even if I lose this one, I'm really happy to be participating in this one because it was so much fun. I wish every match would end this close. Even if they would be losses, I would still enjoy them so much, and this is what the game is all about, right? Having like really intense battles. So that's the end of this video, my friends. We have used the DocTrain as best as we can here, and I have been able to show you how it works. Be aware of the lower mounted weapons that sometimes fire in the wall in front of you. That really sucks. But it's definitely a fun setup, and I personally, although the Shocktrain itself is still overpowered, I think if you use it on a dock, I think it's okay, because you have to, you are a vulnerable bot yourself. You can be jumped on by a death button griffin, you can't dodge behind cover or dash behind cover, you don't have a shield and whatnot. I think it's a setup that's actually fun to play without going completely overboard on the power scale. When you take a look at Hayashi or Bulgazari with Shocktrain, it looks different, right? So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe as brutal as a man can hit for more. Thanks for bearing with me, you guys. Have a good one, and see you guys around in the next videos. Bye-bye.